Okay. All right, we'll call this civil service meeting to order for May 17th, 2022 at 5:30. We have our roll call. We have all four members here present, one still vacant seat. And item number one is public comment. Nobody's here for the public. I know David's here all the time, but he never speaks.
He doesn't like us.
Item two, consent calendar. What's your guys' pleasure? You all been through it all? And
I make a motion and we accept it.
I got a quick comment or a question. When we extend the eligibility list for 6 months, like we're doing in D, E, F, and G,
Yes.
is that, what is that doing exactly?
So typically, when we establish an eligible list after a recruitment, our typical time is either 6 months or 1 year, depending on the type of vacancy, the number of times that position is used, or how often it is used for different departments. So we do consider the need. And so for these particular positions, they're used, we are aware of a need within our department for human resources assistant. We have a number of vacancies, so we elected to extend that. It allows for us to, to interview individuals that maybe haven't had a chance to interview, so it does extend the life of the eligible list.
Okay.
It's the same for office assistant. That position is widely used within a number of departments, and there's a constant need, and so rather than re-recruit, we do want to utilize the list and give everyone the opportunity to interview.
Okay. So we're extending the requisition, not necessarily extending, or are we extending the list of individuals that we already have?
Extending the list of individuals.
Okay.
Correct. So that if we do have requests or requisitions from departments, these individuals can be referred within this
Okay.
timeframe.
And in the event that that list kind of goes cold, or, people reestablish new careers or with other people,
Or do
then
not
we're just
respond or
backfilling.
removed, then we can expire that list.
Okay, and we're backfilling that list, so we have fresh candidates?
Correct.
Okay, sounds good, thank you.
and then
I second the motion, Joni.
Yeah, okay. And then if we got a new recruitment coming up, you at least have some names to draw from until the new recruitment
Correct.
comes up.
All right, just wanted to make sure I understood, thank you.
Yeah,
You're
good-
welcome.
good question. Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve item 857, consent calendar. I'm ahead of myself. Back up. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
Commissioner Atwood,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
We have a 4-0 vote to approve.
Okay, item number 3, regular business. Point A, or A, is 8572, consideration to amend classification specification.
Good evening, Commissioners. I forgot to state my name earlier, but Sabrina Mendez, Department of Human Resources, and this is a consideration to amend a classification specification for Building Inspector 1. I did want to note, we may have mentioned before that we were not going to be bringing any more revisions to job specs because of the upcoming countywide classification and compensation study, other than the peace officer job specifications, which we're working on. But this was a request from some time ago. We're also not making any modifications to the job duties itself. It's just a modification to the certificate requirement. We've been actively recruiting for the position for about a year, and there are a number of individuals that have qualifying experience, but not the cert. So this allows for individuals to qualify.
Sorry,
That's okay.
Scary, man.
turned it on for your
That's
benefit.
a $5 fee.
Per person offended in the room.
Yeah, so this does allow for individuals to qualify based on their experience and have the ability to obtain that certification within 1 year of employment. And the department is willing to assist the candidates in receiving that certification.
I was having a little problem with a 1 not having the certificates prior to their employment. I can understand a 2 or a 3.
The
Or am I
one-
backwards?
Yeah, well, the
The
one,
1 is the bottom side.
the one is the lowest
I
level.
See, I think
Entry
differently.
level.
I think the 1 ought to be the top.
Oh, it's entry level, so this is usually considered as a training period for the individuals. And we did research other counties to see if we were consistent with other counties. There are a number of counties that allow time to achieve that certification.
You'd think as long as I've been doing this, I'd remember that one's backwards, and I didn't. I went the other direction automatically, so Okay,
And the 1, 2, and 3, that's used based off of experience and their resume, right? That's how we allocate their pay based off of that for the same position?
Okay, yes, we allocate per level, so each level has a different range associated with it.
So without a certificate and allowing them to establish this certificate within the year, does that automatically deem them in the 1 or 2 position?
The requirements are different, yes, so at the 1 level, they are not required to have it, they just require some experience.
Okay.
And that to achieve the 2 level, they would need that certification. And, let's see, let me go back, and 2 years of experience to be eligible to work as a 2.
Okay.
On the entry level, that's when you first start, right?
Correct.
Okay, normally, what would be the period when you don't consider it an entry level anymore?
When they
Or
would,
does it depend on the department that you're in, or?
they would have to apply for the position. They can either apply through a recruitment, or they can apply through what we refer to as promotion by competitive standards. So as long as they meet the requirements that are in place for promotion by competitive standards, then they would be able to apply and be approved. Oh, sorry, I was distracted.
All right.
I was like,
bye, David. I know we've had some of these requirements for getting a certificate contingent on their employment continuing, but in this case, they would just stay as a 1.
Correct.
They would never progress to a 2 or a 3 if they don't get the cert.
correct. Yes.
Whereas some of the other ones would be, they could move on or not move on too. So,
Yeah, I'd like to move that we approve 8572.
have a second?
I'll second it.
Oh, roll call, both.
Joe.
He was first.
Thank you.
Okay. Billy.
I was seeing one and hearing the other, so, and he moved.
You thought I was a ventriloquist.
Tie goes to the runner, but there was no tie. Roll call, please.
I have a tie.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
Commissioner Atwood,
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
We have 4-0 vote to approve.
I just hope that on the building certification test, they ask when a building is under construction, they say they are building it. But when it's done, they call it a building. Why don't they call it a built? Adding a little levity to.
It's an adjective and not a verb or a noun, that's why. Okay, item number 4, staff reports.
Good evening, Commissioners. I do have a quick staff report. Michelle May, Human Resources. Thanks, Sabrina, for the reminder to say your name for me. So as I believe you are all aware, Elba Gomez has left Madera County and moved to the awful, awful city of San Diego. I'm saying that for the record, so if Elba's listening, San Diego. Can't imagine why anyone would pick San Diego. Anyway, so just wanted to let you guys know that the county does have an open recruitment for our HR director, so we're hoping that that will be filled. The time frame is approximately around August 1st. We're hoping to have someone on board. In the interim, I'll be serving as the interim, I suppose, interim. Anyway, the board approved that today, so I'm here, of course, to assist you guys as well. So hopefully it will just flow as it normally does, and we'll have the same staff here, so no big changes. One quick update on your vacant commissioner position. We have an application, and we are working with county council to get that vetted so we can get it to the board for the approval and then bring that individual in. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, for the June meeting. Okay? So
Is that person's supervisor up for election?
that supervisor is
I don't know.
That's
which one it
Rogers.
is.
not
No, I'm Rogers.
not
You're
running.
Rogers?
Yeah. I'm sorry?
Supervisor Frazier.
Oh, and he's,
So yes, it is a.
and he's not running. He's
Correct.
trying to become something more important.
Is that person male or female?
Yes.
What? Yes?
You can't know that till you see them.
So you ask them.
We'll have more information as soon as it's public for the board item. Yeah.
In other words, you don't need to know yet.
When you say yes, male or female, so maybe.
Right. Yes, yes.
Gender neutral, is that what we're going with?
No.
Camera's still rolling.
Commissioner. It will be a commissioner. Yeah. So more information. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know it's always a question when you have a vacancy.
Yes. All right, anything else from staff? None?
Next meeting. I just wanted to confirm. The next meeting is, calendar, is on the 21st of June?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be back in town, okay.
All right, perfect. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved?
Second,
I'll second it.
we're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you.
Okay, question. My